Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, the reviews are in for Joker 2 Folie, Deux, is it? I can't remember what the actual name is. It's not good. And I'm coming from some fairly film-friendly reviewers like John Campier and Grace Randolph. John hated it. He's like, avoid this film, don't see it, it doesn't work. And Grace, she was a little bit more generous. She basically said there's some good elements, some good moments, but ultimately it doesn't work. Now, John was very cynical and basically said, look, I mean, I love the first film. All the elements that were great in the first film are not in this film. This film just feels like a money grab, that they made so much money with the first film they had to make a sequel. And yeah, the music element, people, the reaction to that was surprise initially, and some people thought it could work, it could be interesting if it tells the story of his illness and his delirium, but apparently it doesn't. Unlike musicals where the stories, sorry, the musical numbers tell the story and push the story forward. Apparently, this film, every time a song starts, the story, everything just stops, and they just basically get in the way, and they're just annoying. Grace said she would have cut all the musical numbers. And apparently Lady Gaga fans are going to be disappointed because she's barely in the film. She's a supporting actor, a supporting character. It's not like the two of them, and it's not like they're equal, and like the name suggests that it's two people, but it's really just Joaquin's story, Joker's story, and she's just a very unlikable player, a very unlikable supporting character. She apparently is just all the negative stereotypes of women that incels and people that Arthur is being sort of accused of being, and inspiring and leading. She basically is. She's just very cruel, and apparently her character is very underdeveloped, and we don't even see her final sort of Harley look for more than like one shot or something. It just sounds really bad. Yeah, two-dimensional, unlikable character. It's like they tried to combine the comic book film and the musical, and they failed, and neither works, and no one's going to be happy with either. The comic book people are not going to get what they want from the comic book story, and they're just going to be waiting for the musical numbers to end. And people who go there for Gaga, who just want a musical, are not going to get what they want either. They're not going to get all the musical numbers they thought they were going to get, and the Gaga songs or anything. So it just sounds really bad, and I'm really disappointed, because the first film, they said, was about, and mostly Grace said this, it was about putting the mask on and building the character. And this film is about tearing the character down, dismantling that character, deconstructing that character, taking the mask off. And it feels like the first and last part of a trilogy, and the middle's ending. We don't actually get to see the Joker be the Joker. And we don't get a Joker film with this Joker. We just sort of get building him up and then analysing him and taking him apart. And it seems as though the director, the writer, didn't like how audiences related to Arthur, and loved Arthur, and made the film really popular. And he seems to be trying to attack that and take that apart, and that it's not really going to make anyone happy, and people aren't going to be going back to see it again. It's not going to get repeat views, and yeah, it just sounds really bad, and I'm not entirely surprised. I mean, I thought the musical element of it wouldn't work, and people would hate it for that, but the rest of the story would be, a continuation of the first film and on the same level, but apparently it's not. Apparently nothing works, no one's going to be happy, no one can say anything good about this, and the only thing Grace said she just said a couple of little good things. John said there was something at the end that doesn't work. She said there's some things she wasn't going to spoil, but she did compare it to Megalopolis. She said the cinematography was good. She couldn't see it getting any awards, but the cinematography was good, and maybe this might be a little bit better received for the same sort of experimental elements, which the musical side is sort of an experimental musical film, and the rest is like trying to be conventional comic book film, and the two don't really work together and don't really mesh together. So, I really don't know what people are going to make of this, but I'm disappointed just from hearing it, and I'm not going to expect anything from it. I won't be seeing it in the cinema either way, but I will probably buy it and I'll probably watch it because I do want to see what happens. I want to see where they go with it, but I'm not expecting anything that I'm going to enjoy. And it is disappointing. They probably should have done a trilogy and given Arthur time to be the Joker, and then analyse that and what that was. I can sort of see, I understand what they're saying. So if that's how it plays out, then yeah, it's not going to work. But I don't know. What do people think? What do people who've seen it think? I haven't seen it, so I'll have to make up my mind when I actually see it. But it's not sounding good. I haven't. I've only listened to 2 reviews, but it's not looking good. So I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the Joker 2.